Good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Werchnig, and today we're going to talk about the Travel Impressions Anchor Store page and kind of where to find information. If you have any questions, please speak up and let me know, and we can kind of go over things. So, we're going to take a look at kind of just this main page right here. Before we get up into the toolbar up at the top, just kind of want to go over the information kind of in the center of the screen. You're going to have some promotions on your main banner right here. I really want to focus on these two down here. So this one is get paid to upgrade. We actually have a program in place that's new to Travel Impressions where you can get bonus commission on upgraded room categories. And I can show you how to do that in Vax real quick too. So if you want to know the information about it, just click on it. And from here, it'll give you a little bit more information. So it's for all bookings in Vax to Mexico, Caribbean, or Hawaii. You're just going to look for a little colored icon. I think it's going to be red. During your booking process, when you look next to the room category, it'll say upgrade bonus available. When you hover over it, it'll kind of tell you the information that you need. You expand your room categories and select a room category that qualifies. Then you'll get the additional 2% commission on that entire hotel portion. It's pretty easy to see once you're in there. We'll go ahead and take a look at that in just a few seconds. So the other one I really kind of want to focus on is, let's see if I can get to the next page. Right here, there's a Are You Primed for Peak page. I think this is a very great resource for you guys to use. I'm going to put pause so you can see our wonderful Vice President of Sales, Jim. We have different executives that go on every month and kind of give everyone in the travel agent community kind of a message. So Jim, for this month, is going over kind of updates on the call center and also for groups. Last month was our executive vice president, Jackie Marks, who is basically the head of sales. Below, you're going to have some updates that are going on. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is we're actually having a new enhancement that's coming out later on this afternoon. You're going to be able to do multiple origin bookings within Vax. So you're going to make the reservations in Vax with one person coming from one city, other person coming from another city sharing the hotel. You have an option right here to kind of view to see how it is. It will be live a little bit later as well. You also kind of have the information here. Travel impressions, you will see basic economy flights pulling. They will only pull if it's the least expensive option. I will show you how to view that filter, and I'll also show you if you do not want it ever to pull. I'll show each one of you how to set it so you don't have that. Here's our get paid to upgrade. We also have an enhancement that just came out maybe like a month ago. You can add travel protection for less the party size. And you can also add the travel protection after you've completed a reservation, 7 days from your initial deposit up until 45 days prior to departure, whichever comes first. So it just gives you kind of a little information, some booking hacks, maybe some tech updates, like right here, it'll tell you how to report any issues. You also have the link for our education campus here. I recommend you guys looking at least this on-demand portion right here to view our new enhancement that's coming out this afternoon. You're also going to be able to add airfare to a hotel-only reservation in the future as well. That's in the works. We're hoping that gets out in the next couple of weeks. So let's get back to our travel impressions page. So I just kind of wanted to bring those up because they're new. So let's talk about how to navigate throughout the website. So you're really going to be looking at all your little areas in here within your toolbar, and kind of below here, your new reservation, retrieve saved itinerary, and retrieve group, and then there's the price match one right here. That's really everything you're going to need as far as navigating the travel impressions page. So you have your deals and promotions. You can look at whatever deals are happening. Same with promotions, any valid promotion codes, and Impress Me deals. So are you guys aware of what Impress Me deals are? So an Impress Me deal is basically hotels that we have more allotment than we want to have. So we will put a sale on it. So let's go click on it. We will put a sale on that Impress Me deal. So the name of the hotel will be Impress Me deal. And from here, I mean, your clients are going to know what destination. It's going to have a minimum hotel star rating. The only thing they're not going to know is the hotel name. We pick the hotel for them. They'll get it about 7 days prior to departure. It's for the people. It's not for everybody. That's more for people that really don't care where they stay. They're more adventurous. Yes, we have young people, and I've seen reservations where it's older couples too, where they're like, you know what, choose it for me. So there is that option. It's just an additional savings from whatever the hotel would be showing currently. So nope, they will know around like 5 days prior to departure. So you get a couple days. And the one big important thing on that is if you have multiple rooms, make sure you get them on the same reservation. Because if it's on different reservations, there's not a guarantee they will be at the same hotel. So that's one big important thing regarding the Impress Me deals. So, because some customers love it, some people do not like to know, they do not liking to know what their hotel is. So those are your deals and promotions areas. Pretty standard. You have your destinations. So you can click on the destinations specifically. So let's say we're looking at the Eastern Mediterranean. You can kind of find some information on here. Then you can click on the multi-day tours. The big focus I want to go over on this destinations area is those multi-day tours and the villas of distinction, the villa experience. So if you click on the multi-day tours, it's basically pretty much all throughout the world almost. And in here, it'll be by Cedar Tours or Blue Roads. So the nice thing is it's got everything laid out for your customers. If they're interested in, let's say, Kenya and maybe the splendors of Africa, let's see if that's available for us in here. It gives you the itinerary. So you can plan out and tell your customers exactly what their itinerary is. And the nice thing is it's often small groups, probably like 18 or less, and your normal travel impressions commission applies. So that is one offer that you can give to your customers where they can go on these escorted tours. And people love them. So just remember you have those options under multi-day tours. You can select your region, and then all the tours that are offered are right here. You have your villa experience as well. I actually like looking at this every now and then and try to get my friends to go somewhere with me. So villas of distinction is villa products, basically, again, all throughout the world, where they might have a group of 20 passengers that want to be in the same house. We can accommodate, especially something like Orlando. A lot of places out in Europe have these larger villas. So you can plug in the destination that you want and your arrival dates, and it'll pull up what's there. You can also view the destinations. There's specific collections. So if they're into sports, golf type villas, ski, tennis, same thing with lifestyle, event, or maybe unique, like a private island villa. You get your specials right there as well. So if you hop into one of the destinations, so let's say we're looking at the Amalfi Coast. So you can click on the Amalfi Coast, and it'll show you some options that are available. So like this one is $969 starting point per night, for 8 guests. You have one $13.13 per night starting point for 8 guests as well. So you can click on it and it'll pull up the profile of that specific villa. So each villa is going to be different. So it will tell you specifically in the profile of each one. So this one has basically a one night. It tells you in each profile. So this one specifically that we clicked on, between November 2nd through March 15th, it's a 0-night minimum stay. The rest of the year, it basically seems like it's a 7-nighter. Yeah, so every single one, you can click on it and find out what the minimum night stay is. So I think it's a great option for family or friends that are looking for a unique experience that are a higher level. It's a really cool product. You're going to get 10% on commission. Unfortunately, the Travel Protection Plus would not qualify for it, but your team members will be able to call and it'll get directly sent to the villa's expert. And that expert will be able to provide that personal concierge for your customers. And the nice thing is as well, those hold times are a lot less compared to like a regular FIT reservation because these specialists are on that dedicated line. You can actually send in an inquiry right here, or you can give them a call. Yeah. The escorted tours and non-refundable hotels. No, you're welcome. Did you have a question? Okay. Yes, very good question. So just remember you have those options for your customers as well. These multi-day tours and that villa experience, I think, is a great opportunity to get additional sales. Under your agent resources, this is going to be where you get most of your information. If you're looking at brochures, you can click on brochures. If you want information regarding a third-party company called Uplift, you can click on Uplift. So some people choose to have it, some people choose not to. It just allows your customers to pay a monthly fee for 12 months to Uplift. So you make your reservation, put it on hold, you can have your customers apply. Uplift pays us in full. Your customers get your documents. Everything's all set. Yeah, essentially like a payment plan, yeah. Yeah, and typically the fees that are charged are going to be less than the normal credit card interest fee that your customers typically would have. It's a soft credit check, so it's not going to be affecting their credit. And a couple really interesting things that we found as far as the Uplift customers is you get an average upsell of the components of about 13%. Because you have that opportunity to pay within 12 months, they're more likely to upgrade from that junior suite to that junior suite oceanfront room category because they can split that payment into 12 months rather than just paying it up front. And you're able to do this up until 5 days prior to departure. So, last minute booking, maybe they don't want to pay the $3,000 on their credit card up front, they can use Uplift. They can pay 12 months even after they travel. And another nice thing is because it's a third-party payment company, if there's any issues with the payment, it's between the customer and Uplift. You don't really have to worry about it too much. Customer defaults on their payment. That's between them and Uplift. So you can always have that in your back pocket as well. Great thing for this is maybe you have some customers that, hey, I'm getting married in 3 weeks in Vegas. And well, yeah, exactly. Not many people plan for their friends to just get up and get married right away, but maybe some friends want to go. They can use Uplift. They're gonna be able to enjoy that special day with them in Elvis's casino or whatever it may be. So it's just an opportunity for you guys to get more sales, I think. Yeah, yeah, it's a soft credit check. So it really doesn't impact their actual credit score. I mean, they'll have to fill out some information and everything, but um, it doesn't take a hit on that credit check at all. Hmm. So if we go further under the travel information, you get travel protection plus information. So it's basically kind of like the tiered pricing as the cancel for any reason coverage before it changed into a one, like an ALG travel protection called the Travel Protection Plus. So you can find out information regarding that in here. So one additional benefit of this is your customers now have the best price guarantee. So they make that reservation now, and 3 weeks later, they notice their hotel costs went down. You can, as long as it's available, you can rebook it in the system, give them that lower rate. So that's one additional benefit with that Travel Protection Plus that wasn't there previously. And in here as well, if you scroll down a little bit more, it'll give you the pricing, and it'll also give you the previous travel protection options prior if you need it. So you have your group's information. You can request a quote. You can look at flexible groups. If you guys are looking for a kind of a group webinar, we can actually get into that a little bit later. You have your TI 360, so that's changing over to ALGV 360. That's your marketing resources. Are you guys set up for that now? Some are being worked on. So let's see if I had this up earlier. So this is what it would look like. So in here, you're going to have all your marketing materials, promotions, if you want education, resources. What was that? I'm sorry. Yeah, so it basically, it's kind of like the TI 360. It's just your all your marketing information that you want. So let's click on agent resources, see what's in there. So you have general resources, non-refundable hotels, price match, travel protection plus. So you can click on that, and you can have like a modifiable flyer. So I mean, basically, it's all your marketing information that you want. So if you guys don't have that login yet, they are working on it. Um, I think they just started launching some agencies last week, so hopefully within the next couple weeks, everybody's going to be up and running for ALGV 360. So just remember, we have all your marketing information in the ALGV 360. And so when you log in, you're going to click on your travel impressions one because that's going to be geared for travel impressions. So just remember that. You have your filters on the left-hand side where you can refine it by customizable material or just preset images, logos, brochures, themes, destinations. So it's going to be a great way for you guys to market the material. So let's X out of there. So let's go back here. So there's your ALGV 360. You have your education materials if you want. You have your TI University, VAX training. So if you click on your VAX training, you can go through a basic training or an advanced training or even a groups training right here. Agent rewards is the next area. Are you guys all set up with your waves? So that's the new rewards program. So any new booking as of, I think it was like 11/5, you would have received a email saying, hey, just sign in for your waves. It's any booking you make in Vax, you get wave points. So here's the information that you'd have on the waves. And Rachel, I know we've been in communication via email. If you need help with any of this, let me know. So in here, you can click on how to learn about the program, any questions. Let's click here. So let's log into the Waves dashboard. Where is my login information? So I can kind of show you how that looks if you guys aren't familiar. So you have all your brands because everything is the same. So each one is going to be specifically towards that specific brand. So travel impressions, you have your travel impressions colors in here. You have your bonus information. You have destination information, like a destination of the month, question of the month. So you can answer the question of the month and you actually get a little bit of waves points towards it. You have your current promotions, featured destinations, tips of the month. And then up here is kind of all your dashboard information. So at the top right, you're going to be able to view how many points you have. So view point history. Because this is a demo, it's not in here. So you'll be able to use the filter if you choose to. How to redeem points. It'll give you a PDF option for you. So it'll tell you exactly how to redeem your points. You can just read through there step by step. Let's go back up here. All right, let's get back out of there. And then essentially you have your 6 featured areas right here. So pending points, anything that you have booked, they will actually go to confirmed points 7 days after your travel. You have your loyalty information here. If you click on the loyalty information, it'll give you specific additional waves points that are being offered currently. So, secrets, it's an additional 5,000 per room. Dream, same thing. Zotri, same thing. You have your account history. So your account history is going to be kind of like your bank account for waves points. Because we don't have anything in here, I can't actually click on it to show you, but it'll show you all your transactions. It'll show you your reservation number, your travel dates. It'll tell you the status of your waves points. It'll say redeemed or used for cash on a virtual visa. It'll show you your wave maker status as well. So there's going to be a little recognition area because Wavemaker's program is really about recognizing those people that are excelling in Vax. There'll be a recognition page, and some of the benefits of being a Wavemaker could be additional 300,000 wave points. It could be discounted FAM opportunities, a special service line. And then the other two right here is you have book travel. Basically, this takes you right to Vax, and you'll have to book your travel, kind of like a discounted agent vacation. It's going to be under your special agent booking. And then from there, you'll just make the reservation that you want, and you just apply $1. So that way you don't get any 1099s. And then travel request as well. You have your travel request information there. So it'll tell you how to do that. So that's just kind of how the dashboard works. If you guys haven't received your login information, let Rachel know. She can reach out to me and I can talk with that department to see what's going on. I know there are some people that are having problems with their Waves account, but everybody should be all set up. As long as you've made a reservation that had deposit on it since November, you'll get that information. So then you have, again, your discounted agent vacations and get paid to upgrade promotion. And we're going to go hop into VAX, and I'll show you that as well. Then you have your programs. Again, you have your Impress Me deals, supplier of the month, destination of the month, and your flight information here. So like airline baggage policies, information on those exclusive nonstop vacation flights, kind of like a hot list, and then scheduled air information too. So it'll just kind of tell you basic information on it. You sure can. If you haven't signed up, well, when did you make a reservation? It should. I can always follow up with that. Retroactive. Okay. I will find out for that. That is the first time I've had that question. Wait. And then I can follow up with Rachel, who can let you know. Okay. So, what was that? I'm sorry. You'd still be able to get your wave points for that. They just need to make sure that they have your correct VAX login name for your username on those. As long as you signed up for it, you would have gotten the email and you would have had to sign up for it. Okay. Okay. I can find out for you. Like 11.5. So anybody that does not have maybe their waves information, let Rachel know, because Rachel has my contact information. Just let her know your kind of your VAX login name, not the password or anything, and she can let me know and I can get that pulled up for us. And I'll work with them, and then I can reach out individually for you guys. So yeah, everybody should have gotten something as long as they made a reservation in VAX after 11.5. Anything prior would have been moved over already that was not used for your royalty points, your TI loyalty points. That would have been moved over to your new account. Three years. Yeah, and if you're inactive for 12 months in VAX, so you don't make anything for 12 months, it will cancel that virtual visa that you have created. They do count if you make it over the phone, yes. You just have to make sure when you call in and they ask for your name, give them your VAX login name. That'll be the only way that it'll count. So if my VAX login name was Mark W and I say just Mark, it won't count. So just make sure you're providing them your VAX login name, and then it will go towards your waves points. You'll get that put in your bank. So you have options to create a virtual visa. You can use it for discounted agent vacations, or you can convert it to cash. And all that information will be in there for you under your PDF document. You can spend it wherever you want. So, I mean, you could spend it on a clothing store or Best Buy, whatever it may be. Because it's going to actually be a virtual visa. If we know what the booking number is, we can update that for you. Yeah, if you want to give me a list of those reservations and what your username is, we can definitely go ahead and look at that after today's session. That wouldn't be a problem. What was? Well, that would be our Vax help desk. Yeah, and if you want that information, I have that for you right now if you need it. It is 414-934-2900. So that'll be under your contact us information as well at the bottom of your screen. So let's actually just hop in real quick and take a look at a quick kind of how the get paid to upgrade works and also the basic economy filter. So let's just go out to somewhere quick. Let's go to Cabo. Just so I can kind of show you how that works. First, I'll want to find a get paid to upgrade because it'll pull up obviously the hotels first. Alright, so you're going to have your colored boxes. So these are your value IDs. So like this one specifically, Ryu Palace Baja, get paid to upgrade bonus available. You hover over it, tells you what you're going to need to do. So it says click to view available room categories and scroll down and look for the ones that say upgrade bonus money. So we're going to expand your room categories. And there you go, upgrade bonus. You select this room category, you're going to get that upgrade bonus. So now, let's take a look right here. Let's go to your outbound flights. Alright, so you have your filter on the left-hand side for your flights. Below your airline, you'll have your basic economy. You can either have it showing, or you can hide it. So, look right here. This Alaska Airlines flight, you have a bunch of different options for flights. So it'll tell you this one's basically your basic economy. And when you select it, it pops up a modal as well, showing that you either want it and you accept it and you continue, or you choose something different. If you click on hide, it'll remove it for you. If for any reason that you want it to not show at all ever, you can click your member services under administrative tools, under user preference. You can go into your basic economy and have your preference to hide it if you choose to. So some people like them to show just because you have those opportunities to still get reservations that may be against Expedia, Orbitz, whatever online travel agency is out there that has those fares. It will not pull. It'll always hide them. You're welcome. Yeah. Oh, that's easy. So let's just back out here. So when in your reservations, you have your pricing stamp on the right-hand side. Under booking administration is where you can add a fee. So you would just go ahead. I'm sorry. You can add as much as you want, really. It'll max you out if it is too much. So like right here, we're at $23.96. Let's say I want to add. So it's really no max. The only thing to keep an eye out for is any agency fee that you do add, there's a 10% processing fee. So if you're adding $100, there's a 10% processing fee, so only $90 really goes to the commission. It is not unless you want it to. So I never show that, but there is that display as line item right there if you want it to show. Most people do not want it, so don't go over that part of it. If you want to remove it, it's as simple as doing a 0.00, hit set commission, it removes it. So that's a very good tool for you guys to have, especially with that best price guarantee, where you may go in there every week to see if the hotel went down. You can add that back as an agency fee if you choose to. So I mean, there's countless ways that you can do that. I mean, it's not whatever you choose, I guess you can say. So I mean, there's a ton of different things in Vex that you can do. So that was basically the navigation part of it as far as the toolbar. So let's talk about these other ones right here. So let's get back to that main page. So you have new reservation. That's just your new reservation tool. You have retrieve reservations right here. So you can put in a reservation number, or if you don't remember it, or if you have bad penmanship like I have, maybe I don't recognize what that G as in George was. Maybe I thought it was a 6. You can put your passenger's first name, last name. You can search by booking date, by departure or travel dates. If you have flights, your origin, destination, maybe you have a flexible promotion code, flex group promo code. You can search by that code. If you have site admin access, you can search by individuals. And booking status, active or canceled. So if I'm looking for bookings that I've made, put in my name in a search. And it pulls up all the reservations that I have. So you have your options and just click on your up arrow, down arrow, and it'll basically filter it for you. And you have this export to Excel option up here. It just gives you more filter options, essentially. Retrieve saved itinerary. So during your booking process, you may know that you've seen something that says save itinerary. So saving an itinerary holds it in the system for 14 days. It just holds what you're looking at. It does not hold any pricing or availability. So just remember that. If you save an itinerary, it's just holding what you're looking at. Sure can. So basically what you would do is when you click on Retrieve Saved Itinerary, here's all the itineraries that are recently saved. You just click on Go, and it pulls up that itinerary, and you can send it over to them. So we got an awesome vacation that was created just a couple days ago. Or Sally save, or ideas for 25th wedding anniversary. So we just saved some random things in here. For an itinerary, I'm not sure what I mean. I mean, you're really only going to have one option to actually email. There's not going to be any type of signed copy. It's all the same right now. I know there is something that we are looking for that possibly does have an agent copy, but right now there is nothing. Because it will never show any commission information. And when you pull up your itinerary, you can see all your commission information. So, no, they will never see that, ever. Alright, so let's go back out here. Technically, yes. Alright, so let's go back to our travel impressions anchor store page. There we go. Then if you have a contractor group, this is where you can retrieve your group. You just put in your group ID number there, and it always starts with CG. And then if you have a price match question, just click on the chat, type it in there. Okay, I want to get out of there. Here we go. So that's the anchor store on travel impressions. So let's open it up for questions, maybe other questions that you may have, and then we can talk about those. Mm-hmm. None of you guys are? Okay. Okay. Rachel, would you be able to do me a favor after we get off today's session? Gather everyone's Vax ID name and just send me over your guys' account number that you log into Vax, and I can see if you're in here. Yep. And then I'll work with our Waves team for that, and that'll kind of rectify everything, so that should be okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It would be on the itinerary. Yes, but you would have to make sure that you remove that as well before you email it to the customer, so they don't see that. So that's the biggest thing, is you got to make sure you remove that. It's per each. You're welcome. I know we have had something that it's not really high on the list of getting it to where it's automatically, if you choose to, under like a user setting, but that's not something that we're really in the works with right now. Not right now, no. Not saying it won't happen, but right now it's just kind of low on the priority list of some of the things that we're trying to update things. All right, so we still got about 5-6 minutes. What else would you guys like me to go over with you? How to find them? You can do activities only. Yeah, it's just a different package type. Transfers only will not be able to do, because the reason why is they're attached to a hotel, and that can cause a customer service issue to where if somebody forgets to give us the hotel information. And maybe it's a hotel that we don't service. So that option is not there for transfers only. Mm-hmm. Yep, the tours that pull in activities only are going to be basic standalone tours, so it doesn't necessarily need any hotel information. You're going to get more hotel information, more tours to pull if you actually have a hotel attached, because some of those tours are attached to hotels, and they need to know what type of hotel you're at, or which hotel you're at, I should say. So for example, let's take a look here. So let's do So you're going to select your dates, and it'll pull up any, basically any available tours. And this one has one-way airport to pier transfers. Yep. So you can use your filters. Here's your sightseeing tours. Down here, you have any water activities. You can just keep filtering it through. Yep, this one, it actually looks like there are some transfers for ground transportation. This is all airport to pier, airport to pier, pier to airport. So not hotel, like airport to hotel. Correct. That's like per vehicle, not per person. Sure can. Hmm. Yep. So you can do that if you want to um, send all like the tours over to your customers. You can create a sales email for that. Then the customers can click on the name of the tour and view the profile like you would in Vax yourself. Sure. So let me just unfilter everything. So when you click create sales email, it will go preview sales email. So you can get up to 6 hotels, 3 rental cars, 6 features. So now from here, you would basically add what you want on there. So let's say you want to add that limo on there. It would click add to sales email. Maybe you want to add a lay greeting. Add to sales email. Now maybe a sightseeing and tour. Let's see here, horseback. Okay. So add to sales email. And now from here, you would click on preview sales email. And it'll pull it up for you. It will go based off a price point right here. If you have like an air and hotel package, this will be your air hotel package, and then any additional features are additional. But this gives the customers the option to look at what you're looking at as well. You also have the opportunity to remove your pricing so they can just really focus on the experience that they'll have. I think that's key. If you remove that pricing, you can focus on the experience and the memories that they're going to have on that vacation. And then they're going to basically pick which one's best for them, not really worrying about the price point. Because they're going to give you their budget. So everything will be within their budget anyhow. This one's more fancy. It's fancier. So you can click on all the information in here. So if we click out of here and just go to email print itinerary, well, let's go back to this one right here real quick. Nope, can't do that. Let's back out of there. So let's select something real quick. So it's really nothing fancy. They don't have the opportunity to click on anything. Yeah, this is simple. It's just not going to give your customers an opportunity to really look at anything. And if you want to do different room categories per se, or different hotels, you'll have to keep sending a separate itinerary instead of putting it on a sales email. Yep, you can remove everything, type in what you want to write. Yeah, it just makes it a little easier because your customers are going to be able to view what you're seeing. Exactly. And what I'll do is I'll actually put in a link for the sales email because it's a really valuable tool for you guys. So when I send over the video recording after today, I'll put some suggestions in here as far as like I'll put some links that I would suggest to kind of go over. What it's gonna do is take you to our education library and be maybe like a quick 2-minute video or document step-by-step instructions on everything for references and stuff like that. Because we didn't really get into much of like the booking process or anything like that. We just kind of went to the overview of the main page. I can include some of that stuff for you in there as well to make things a little bit easier. I will include the waves one as well though. So just familiar guys with that page. I'm not real familiar with that old system, but I mean we're listening to you guys for all of our improvements. That's why we're really um, grateful that we have launched the multi-origin today later on today. So that's one I'd recommend watching too because it'll give you kind of the flow of how you'd want to book it. And it's a booking tool. I mean, when you think about it, your general booking tool is fairly simple, like any other booking tool. It's just kind of the things within the booking tool to make your life a lot easier. I think that's the biggest thing because it's a lot of colors, a lot of things in there. So it's just a matter of what you guys want to focus on in there, essentially. So, anybody have any other questions for me? Awesome. No. Compare itinerary is a little bit different, so let's do something again real quick. I'll kind of show you that as well. So let's get back in here. Let's wait for the availability to pull. I'm not really going to focus on what components I'm selecting, just going to show you kind of the compare tool. Because it's one of my favorites. Alright, so we're just going to keep everything there. So under your recent searches, you have this compare button right here. So you can compare up to 3 itineraries. I'm not really too worried about what it is. I'm going to compare these 2 right here. Well, so we had our one itinerary was just a tour. But you kind of get the idea. It kind of gives you everything that you need, compared it right next to another. We are working on a way for you to email the compare itinerary here, but right now you just take a snip or a screenshot, send it over to the customers. It's just easier than sending multiple itineraries. If you want to view your commission, click on View Administrative Information. Same thing. Take a snip, send it over. If you don't want that showing, hide it. So while we're kind of in here, let's talk about the duplicate one. If you click on Duplicate Itinerary, and let's say they want to price out adding a passenger. So once we hit search, it's going to basically select all your components that you previously selected on your most recent search. So it's going to save you a lot of time. You don't have to filter through your flights. You don't have to filter through your hotel options, your features. It already selects it for you. So it just saves you a lot of time. If something is not available anymore, or maybe they don't, like, especially with flights because it's live inventory, it'll tell you it's not available if they can't get the 3 on there compared to the original 2. But it's just a big time saver, that duplicate itinerary. Yep. You can do that duplicate, the compare. I kind of recommend the compare option for changing dates. I think duplicate would probably be easier if you're looking to change occupancies. But it would work either way. So again, you have your pay monthly options in here as well. So when you see pay monthly, that's your uplift information. Anything else? Bueller? If anyone caught the Ferris Bueller reference right there. Sorry, I watched that movie the other week. It's one of my faves. Alright, well, if you guys don't have any questions, what I'll do is I'll stop the recording. Rachel has all my information. Please feel free to reach out. And then for that Waves information, Rachel, just make sure to get the usernames for me and just your guys' account number, and I can work with our Waves department and get any information that's needed. You are most welcome. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your morning to spend with me, and let me know if you guys need anything. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you.